Hello and welcome to the Musical Instrument Investigator. My name is Sheldon and today we're on the website of Anderson and Garland auctioneers based in the UK. We're going to have a look at their latest auction, which is the music auction happening on the 19th of February 2025. It's the 15th today, so a few days left to go. So Anderson and Garland, it's an auction house we've looked at a few times before. They do lots of different stuff. They're not a specialist, but they do have these musical instrument auctions every now and then, so I thought it'd be quite nice to have a look at it. 383 lots, so quite a lot of stuff to go through. A wide variety of stuff. Should be quite interesting. Do bear in mind that this is a UK based auction, so if you're outside of the UK, bear in mind kind of import, kind of export tax, shipping, all of that kind of fun stuff. There will be a buyer's premium on this auction, so 30%, so whatever the final hammer price is, you need to pay 30% of that final hammer price on top. So just a reminder that this is finishing on the 19th of February. 30% is quite a lot. That is very high, so you do have to kind of think about that when you are bidding. Just one thing, if you do enjoy these videos, please consider subscribing, like, comment, turn on notifications, etc., because it really does help. So anyway, without further ado, let's just crack on and see what's going on. If you are interested in these kind of auctions, actually check out the link in the video description. There is a link to a list of upcoming auctions, and also if you know of any auctions that I'm not aware of, please let me know and I'll add them to the sheet. So we're starting off with a whole load of accordions here. I don't really know a whole load about accordions, to be quite honest, although over the years we've seen many. I know that there are some brands that are kind of better and more valuable than others, but otherwise we'll have to kind of go with what the auctioneers are saying here. But if you do know about accordions, do let me know. There's a Bulgari Armando accordion here where the estimate is 1500 to 2000, made in Castelfidardo, Italy, which actually I do know for sure has a very high number of accordion makers, some really kind of prestigious stuff. And so yeah, if anyone has more information about accordions, do let me know. I know that professional level accordions can be like £40,000 or more, so you know, we're not seeing anything too insane here. They really can get up to quite a high level, so I've learnt a little bit more about accordions than I did in the past, but I'm still quite a novice on this stuff. I've got a Rossini 48 button concertina there, some Hofner harmonicas, flageolet piccolo. We're just going to go through roughly, we're not going to go too crazy on it. Got a metal clarinet actually, which is fairly interesting. Some people not aware that they did make some metal clarinets for a time. I don't think they're particularly popular though. So there are clarinets here. We've got some saxophones here. 1952 King Zephyr. Once again, not particularly knowledgeable about saxophones. I do know if we see some Selmer ones, that's a fairly kind of big deal. Some Northumbrian small pipes there. Always nice to see those. We're on to some kind of violin type thing. So this is a bit more kind of my knowledge sphere. Just looking at some trade stuff there. Got a quarter size violin there. Cased violin and bow, that's what I like, a kind of generic listing there. Does look like some most likely German kind of 19th century thing, I would think. And let's see what else we got here. Violin bow case and a selection of 13 bows. So there you go, a bit of a random mixture. They pulled out a few pictures here. Looks like it's probably mainly junky stuff, but you never know. We've got a German violin here. Not giving many pictures, so hard to say what's going on with that. A big auction this, so we'll try not to be too slow on these things. More kind of German violins here. Looks all fairly standard here. Got two violins saying one Continental. Interesting. Worth spending a bit of time if you're interested in violins or any musical instruments and trying to study the pictures. We're not going to bother too much on this stuff. I can't see anything obviously interesting. Some of these kind of violins, like late 19th, early 20th century, with kind of lion heads. Let's have a look at this. A violin signed would have North Shields. Okay. Well, it's worth having a look at some of these. It's quite nice writing there on the back. It's kind of half interesting violin there, 2 to 300 on that. If we see anything super interesting, I'll say a bit more. Got a viola. I like this description of continental. Not giving much away on the description here. What's the size? 39, so it's kind of not super big. Do some more violins here. French violin labelled Gustave Villaume, not to be confused with Viome. It looks like a nice enough violin there. 35.3. 3 to 4 they want on that. I think I'd want to see a few more pictures first. Some books here. Got Vatlot, Etienne Vatlot, L'Arche Français. So if you're interested in French bows, that's a good book. That'll go up. This will be worth quite a lot of money, that book. Other books here. We've got some banjos as well. Countryman, Framus. Barnes and Mullins ukulele banjo there. Delta Blues, F-style mandolin. Mandola. Some ukuleles. Once again, we're just going to kind of go through unless there's something super interesting. So we've got some curious, nice Fender mandolin here. Electro acoustic there, 40 to 60. That seems quite reasonable. We've got Gibson F5 Gold Rush. David Harvey model there. 1,500 to 2,500. It's a nice looking instrument, that for sure. Yeah, it's a nice looking mandolin, and there seems to be another Gibson as well. F5 Fern Master model, 2 to 3. So there's some good high-end lots. So I'm sure there's going to be lots of guitars in this auction as well. Bowlback mandolin, Ovation. We're just going to skip through most of this stuff if it's not really particularly exciting, just because otherwise these videos will go on forever. Epiphone Masterbuilt Deluxe. Interesting. 2 to 300 on that. From the Gary Nattrass collection. I presume that is a reissue rather than an original one. 11, the Swedish make there. White Ovation Crafter. Got a Gibson SJ200 there. With the vine inlay. 2 to 3,000 there. Nice looking guitar. Got some nice resonators here. It's 1930s Regal. $800 to $1,200 on that. So a good selection of stuff so far. Shine. We've got Martin D45. Made in Natharis. Right, Gretsch Rancher Falcon there, 12 string, 450 to 550. Let's see what else you got here. A nice heritage guitar there. Company set up after Gibson moved from their original Kalamazoo factory to people that stayed on to continue making instruments. Definitely looks like it needs a bit of attention there on the frets, but these are really nice guitars. So 500 to 800, I think that's pretty Pretty cool. I think they're underrated, those instruments. Leveson guitar, that. Signed PRS custom guitar. Let's have a look at that. To Gary by Paul Reed Smith to the back of the headstock. Okay. 1,000 to 2,000 on this. Fairly nice looking guitar. I'm not a fan of PRS at all, actually. I've never really been that into them, to be honest. Vintage Burns guitar there. Epiphone. Let's move on. Fender Jaguar there. See what else we got. Load of Fenders here. The USA, some Japanese ones. Custom shop. It's a good selection of stuff here. If there's anything super interesting, we'll stop. Otherwise, we'll carry on. But they clearly have quite a lot of guitars here. So Anderson and Garland do pretty well, to be fair. They do consistently have musical instrument auctions at least once or twice a year. Interesting deluxe thin line telly here. Nice looking instrument. See what else we got here. Firebird. Gibson Firebird. Nice looking instrument. 5 to 800. Do like a good Firebird. Let's see what else we got here. Fenders again. An aluminium bodied Stratocaster. Interesting. With a USA Fender neck. 3 to 500. Nice looking body there. It's probably fairly heavy. That's a bit more up my street, actually. Aluminium guitars and things. Yeah, a whole load of different Fenders here. Huge collection of stuff. But nothing really jumping out at me. I do like the kind of Elite series and stuff like that. Let's have a look at that. Fender Custom Shop Artisan Thin Line. It's a nice bit of kind of bird's eye maple there. Figured Koa body there, 800 to 1200. Not massively keen on this kind of design and this particular model, I'll be honest, but interesting nevertheless. Some more Mexican stuff. Gibson Smartwoods is one of the lowest tier Les Pauls that you could get. So that's actually not a bad one. 400 to 600 quid, so it's not bad. You could get a very cheap and cheerful Gibson there. I quite like this top, actually. It's quite nice. Quite like it. It's nice, plain and simple. Maybe not the most exciting in the world, but I think it's interesting. ES135 there. It's nice. So yeah, good collection of stuff. That's a nice looking instrument for sure. Fender D'Acquisto jazz guitars. Another Smartwood there, actually. Slightly lighter. I think I prefer the other one, to be honest. Let's see what else. Okay, we got a Fender Coronado 2. These are quirky little things. 6 to 800. Gibson ES333, ES390 there. These Blues Hawks, quite interesting. 335 dot. Another Smartwood there, so it's a whole load here. Gibson SG Special, Smartwood. Yeah, loads and loads of stuff here. So if you're into guitars, then this is definitely a good auction for you. It's the flower one there. Oh, one with Fender Japan with Bigsby. 3 to 400 on that. Starcaster, must be reissue there. whole load of other Japanese 70s thin line. That's quite nice. Showmaster there. Yeah, massive auction. And this one, reissue Coronado there. It's a lot. Wow, that's a really low estimate. 100 to 150. Interesting. Wow, look how many Smartwoods there are here. That's quite crazy. Well, that's a nice looking Hofner Club 40. That's nice. 3 to 400, late 50s. That's a really nice looking guitar, actually. I like that. That is very nice. It's a very nice looking guitar. Well, that's one of my favourites so far of this auction. Okay, we've got a 64 Strat here. That's nice. $4.5 to 6 there. Yeah, nice looking guitar there. It's weird, I was just kind of in my head think that 60s kind of Strats are way higher than that, so obviously my maybe 50s then I'm thinking. Some Gretches here. Line 6 Rickenbacker. It's a really interesting auction so far. Telecaster neck. We're into bits and bobs here. Must have been a clear out of some collection or a shop or a dealer or something, because there's so much Fender stuff here. Really is quite mad. Look at all these parts and bodies. That's mad. Yeah, must be some kind of shop clearance or so. Loads of pickups here as well that we're not going to get into too much. Yeah, it must be some kind of shop clearance here. But yeah, like I said, if you're interested in guitars, worth looking at. Some amps here. Laney there. George Benson Fender. Line 6. Behringer. Tascam. All this kind of pro audio stuff here as well. Bits here. Fender Hot Rod Deluxe. Some pedals here. Moog Fuga ring modulator. I had one of those actually that I sold not that long ago, maybe about just over a year or two ago I sold that. So amazing pedal, I just didn't have any use for it anymore. So Fender amp there, Scratch kit, snare drum there, some other kind of old 70s kind of amp stuff here. More speakers and pro audio, so we're kind of towards the end there, and a random Mexican Fender Strat there. Signed by who? Let's see. Okay, quite a lot of people. Paul Rogers. Oh, Amy Winehouse. Okay, interesting. Phil Manzanera, etc. David Gilmour. Okay, interesting. Wonder if that might sell quite well if it's got kind of Amy Winehouse on it. So, yeah, very interesting. Anyway, that's enough of that. So yeah, that is the Anderson Garland auction. We just took a quick look at it there. It's finishing on the 19th of February. Pretty good. Some interesting stuff. Some really cool guitars there, for sure. Nothing kind of overwhelmingly amazing, to be honest, but an interesting auction to look at anyway. So check it out. See what you think. Let me know if you've got any comments. Please support the channel, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.